are different and are indeed God sent. This is my fortunate we are available to have very they have been able to use the opportunity of that life
this journey started along I took the her. More so, happy to visit even the neighbors. I faced a lot of difficulties going to share with my neighbors, but thank God I have been overcoming this by trying to visit my neighbors and friends. Also, the first day I was rejected, I almost abandoned evangelism. But thank God for other people's testimonies I have been listening to on how to overcome rejection that encouraged me. The biggest challenge I face is disciples abandoning the follow-up processes and becoming worse as were before. There are some 4 siblings I had shared Christ to and started the follow-up with them, but presently the children are now worse and are speaking all sorts of evil against me. What has helped me in this is that I have prayed to God for peace in my heart and have forgiven their ignorance, and I'm praying for them. Despite all this, I am determined to continue in this journey, God helping me. When you feel discouraged, think of other people, to those who run away from this wrestling, and to those who are trained and not taking it serious, please wake up. There are some believers, Adam Loda, who is my coach, and man, thank you all for your good example. I would like the church to avail themselves to learn that God should give me grace to continue praying for my trained disciples to wholly surrender to Him, that I should have strength to evangelize even with the challenges I'm going through, that my colleague will realize himself and surrender to the Lord, that one of my disciples who has abandoned school and ran away.
Here's my testimony. Before I attended evangelism training, I was never doing evangelism. Neither did I know how to do it. But after attending the first evangelism training, Miller Baptist Church with the campus for spiritual laws, after the training, I joined a club in the youth group known as the Evangelism Club, whose purpose was to stir the youth to be passionate about soul winning. From time to time, we went out for evangelism. I was one of the people who struggled with fear. And so through I was one of the people who struggled with fear. And so through the help of this group, I was able to overcome my fears and share my faith. Although I was still a little bit limited in some ways, but after attending the training, the second time here in church, from the basic to the coaches, targeted audience, evangelism project, and mission mobilization and discipleship, I know I intend to reach out to and equally disciple, and also that I need to mobilize others to join me in the work of evangelism. My targeted audience have been my family, neighbors, and students. For my family, I have been sharing Christ with them. Some have accepted Christ, and others have not. And it is my daily prayers that they will all come to know Christ. For my neighbors, I try sharing with some of the people. Some actually accepted, but later on you find them just living as they were. But we did not complete it. In school, I equally had opportunities in which I could use to present Christ to students. Some of these opportunities were during breaks and during their moral period. During this period, I usually have we usually have a priest or a sister who come from the Catholic Church at St. Paul to share with these students. And since not all of them will attend, I use that as an opportunity to share to them. Sometimes I share to a group of students or to a class or to an individual. And as a result of that, some of them gave their lives to Christ. A group of 6 started the follow-up, but later on stopped coming. Follow-up had actually been a challenge to me as far as these different groups I have made mention are concerned. And sometimes I did not imagine or plan to have. Neither is it just a discipleship group. To me, I see it more of a greater assignment in which I am compelled to do. When I sense this, I had often prayed this prayer in my quiet time. Lord, help me to show up for them at all times, to teach them what to me, most especially when I fail to show up. Most often the question that keeps boiling in my heart is always, what if they are waiting for me? This group, I started working with them almost 2 years, almost getting to 2 years. And this was after an altar call from one of were assigned to me. After I talked with them, I realized that they had received Christ, but lacked assurance of salvation. They accepted, and in our next meeting, there were more than 3. Some of them willingly came up by them, and some, for their very first time, accepted Christ and were willing to grow. Some of them were personally given to me by members of the church for follow-up. One came just for a visit, came from Yaoundé for a vision or circumstances. Should I drop the work he has called me to do? My encouragement